The Possessor finale. Setting: living room of the mother, Alice. At Rise, Alice and her daughter Sarah are waiting for guests to arrive. Father John has convinced Alice that Sarah's rebellious behavior and loss of belief in God are related. Sarah thinks they're just having company. Father John and his friend Davia are staging a sort of intervention to persuade Sarah to attend church again. However, Father John has convinced Davia that this is an exorcism, and Father John's own agenda is to transfer his demon to Sarah.
Honey, did you find the candy dish?
Got it, Mom. Oh, the bundt cake smells so good.
Oh, no sampling until our guests arrive.
Bing bong.
Come on in.
Hello.
Happy seventh day of blessing.
This is my friend Davia.
Hi, Davia.
It's so nice to meet you. May I give you a hug?
No.
Oh.
Shall we sit? Oh, Sarah, the reason we're all here is that we don't think you're attending church often enough.
What? I thought they were just coming over for dinner.
Yes, that's what I said at first.
Why didn't you tell me?
She doesn't have to tell you anything. She is the parent. She says what she thinks is necessary, and you listen. You are the child.
Who are you? I don't even know you.
Hush!
I'm here to provide you with some guidance.
Mom, why are you doing this? You said I don't have to go to church if I don't want to.
I know. I did say that. But I'm afraid your father has too much influence over you. We want to make sure you're doing what you want to do without pressure from him.
Alice, do me a favor and let me handle this.
Excuse me?
Your child is the way she is because of your permissive and ungodly parenting.
How dare you?
Davia has a harsh way of expressing herself, but she does care about Sarah and she respects you.
You can't possibly justify this.
Alice, I beg you, give Davia a chance.
I know this is hard to hear and accept, but the only way to show love to your child now is to teach her the consequences of blasphemy and disobedience.
Nonsense.
I understand, Alice. I was in your shoes.
She was an indulgent parent. She thought giving her children freedom would help them learn independence and strength.
Instead, it made them into instruments of Satan.
Instruments of Satan?
But thanks to the sternness of true parental love, they are with God now.
What do you mean, with God?
I mean, their souls live with God while their base physical selves are buried in unhallowed ground.
Wait, what?
You murdered your children?
Out of my house.
Uh, y yes, Davia, maybe you should go.
Both of you.
Well, you've given us no choice. Father John, tie Sarah down. Make the ropes hurt. That will drive the devil out of her. That's too loose.
Let me go!
I hereby swallow the demonic expulsion herb, St. John's wort. By the power of all the demons of hell, leave me!
Success!
Did you get here?
Father John over there expelled me.
Why are you standing outside the child?
You said leave me, not leave me and enter the child.
Father John, you were possessed?
Yes, he was.
Don't let that demon confuse you.
See, Davia, I'm innocent.
No, no, no. This proves you're evil. The demon could not affix to you because you are possessed already.
No, 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 no. You're getting it wrong. He was inside the girl. Now he's outside. See? She's cured.
No, she's possessed just like you were. We must kill her.
We should kill you, baby killer.
I can destroy her if you let me affix to you for a while.
Yes,
No, Sarah, you don't know what you're doing. He'll destroy you.
I trust the demon more than you.
You little hell monster!
Join my master in hell, woman!
Oh, thank the Lord. No!
Johnny cooked this up to get rid of me and pass me on to you. Want me to get rid of him too?
Yes,
Okie dokie then.
No, wait. You don't understand. A priest has to be holy and pristine. I couldn't serve my flock with a demon attached to me. I didn't know Davy was a homicidal maniac when I hired her. I thought she was a nice lady from Idaho. There's nothing bad in Idaho, right? Ah!
Your mom next? She agreed to this little meeting.
nah, she's learned her lesson.
Well, I'm pooped. It's time for a nap.
Okay, thanks for saving me.
I'm out.
You seem okay, Mom. I'm gonna let you sleep for a while. I will survive as long as I know how to live.
I can't really clap, but
Thank you.
sure. Rich. 14 letters. Doesn't fit.
What was that?
No, nothing. Not anything. What else could it be? Dear?
Yes.
If you were to guess, what would be a 14-letter word showing no fondness or tenderness? I was certain that it was inaffectionate, but the I doesn't fit.
The ninth letter?
No, the first letter.
The first letter is not an I.
It's not? Then what the devil is it?
First letter is a U.
A U? You certain? You're right. It fits. Splendid.
I heard from Robert today.
From who?
Robert, our son.
Oh. Hmm.
He and Emily are planning a trip.
Uh-huh.
Paris.
Who?
Not who. The city in France.
Brilliant.
Yes. It reminded me of that time when
Brilliant. 9 letters down describes light or talent.
I suggested St. Paul de Vence instead of Paris.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember St. Paul de Vence? Dear. Do you remember St. Paul de Vence?
What was that?
St. Paul de Vence, do you remember it?
Saint Paul de Vence. Yes, a little artistic village in France, wasn't it?
It still is.
Yeah, well, I guess it would be.
But do you remember us in St. Paul de Vence?
Us? Yes. We did stay there once, didn't we?
When we were backpacking through Europe, he walked into that little village with tight, narrow cobblestone streets. We fell in love with it almost immediately at almost the exact moment. We stayed for a week.
Was it only a week? Seems like I remember it being longer.
We didn't want to leave.
Yeah. But reality called us back to our responsible lives.
What was that game they played?
Pétanque, like lawn bowling. I got pretty good at it.
You were very competitive then.
But I'm not now.
What do you have now, besides your crosswords?
They can be quite challenging.
Not the same, though, is it?
Same as what?
As before. As when we were backpacking through Europe.
Well, that was all good and fun for a while, but we have lives with work and kids.
Not anymore.
How do you mean?
We've been retired for 3 years now. Robert is married and has his own life. Priscilla's been on her own for 5 years.
Has it been 5 years? Have you heard from Priscilla lately? She never calls.
She's fine. She started that new job as an editor. She's been very busy. She doesn't need us as much as she used to.
Yeah, I I never realized, but now it seems we have no responsibilities, even less than we had when we were backpacking. It seems to me that we are free to do whatever we want to do.
Isn't that what we've been doing for the past 3 years? My books, your crosswords.
I think we slipped into something without thinking about it. To tell you the truth, I feel like another game of pétanque.
You may have to settle for lawn bowling. I don't think anyone plays pétanque around here.
Then we must go to where they do play pétanque.
I know of only one place.
As so do I.
Oh, how wonderful that would be. Remember the crepes at Cafe Timothée? Oh, they make my mouth water just thinking of them.
What I remember most were the mornings, the breeze coming in from the balcony as you lay with your head on my chest. We never wanted to move from our bed. And some days we didn't.
We deserve that again.
And we shall have it again. However, you should tell Robert you made a mistake about Saint-Paul-de-Vence. Tell him to go north instead.
Why? We love St. Paul de Vence.
Let's keep it to ourselves. It belongs to us and no one else.
I will
but
call
us.
him right away. Then we can start planning, right?
I cannot think of any endeavor more important.
Shannon stands up and leaves. Stephen pulls out the crossword from the chair and tosses it away. Thank you very much.
Robert, you got Stephen's voice exactly. You sounded just like him. Even
Stephen Olson?
yeah.
Oh, well, I wasn't trying for it.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
I thought you were. I thought you were trying for his words and his vocal style and his gestures.
Yeah, I heard.
Maybe Stephen has Robert's voice.
Oh, it all comes together now.
Yeah, I've been copying Robert for years.
We're actually the same person.
Yeah.
We only appear together on Zoom.
At Rise, Scene 1, a living room at the mansion. Samson Gold, wearing boxing gloves and mirror sunglasses, prepares to fight a rough-looking trash can with his bird crackers, provides commentary.
Job, weeb. Come on, punchline. Show us your moves. Is that a left hook or you are just hugging that thing, huh?
Shut your beak.
Samson throws a wild punch at the trash can, and there he falls over. He wheezes dramatically.
Okay. Shut your beak, crackers. I'm working on my footwork. Yeah, footwork. Still got it. Still got the rumble and the stumble.
Samson kicks the trash can with his foot. It clangs loudly as the sunglasses slip off his nose. He groans.
Oh. Whoa, these sunglasses always get in my way. Used to be a knockout champ. Now I'm just getting knocked out by ordinary household waste receptacle. Irony, Crackers, pure irony.
Irony and Ras, tell him a joke, punchline, distract yourself from the pain.
All right, all right. You've been a great crowd. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're a captive crowd. Get it? Because you're a bird and you live in a cage? Okay, moving right along.
Samson tries to adjust his sunglasses, fumbles slightly, then throws his gloves down in frustration. Looking defeated, he sinks into a nearby armchair and drops his head into his hands.
Hey, punchline, don't get your pedros in a raffle.
They used to call me Punchline because I threw the best punches. Now it's just because my life is a joke and I'm the punchline.
You're still Samson Gold, billionaire boxer, even if you have to wear sunglasses.
Billionaire, blind billionaire. Doesn't make a difference now. Makes a big difference to me, Crackers. Makes a big, black, seeing nothing difference.
Samson sighs heavily. A doorbell chimes musically off stage.
Oh, that must be the maid. What's her name? Celeste? Celeste, Colleen, something foreign.
Colette, she's French. Hope she can dance. This place is a pigsty, punchline. Worse than your boxing technique, huh?
Samson scrambles to his feet, hurrying to cover his blind eyes, searching for a hat on a nearby hat rack. He accidentally grabs a large ornate lampshade and puts it on his head over the sunglasses. He looks ridiculous.
Quick, Crackers, am I hiding it enough? Do I look like I can see?
You look like a lampshade weaving sunglasses. Subtle, very discreet. She'll never suspect a thing.
Samson stumbles around, searching for the hat rack, and bumping into furniture. Colette enters, dressed in her maid uniform.
Bonjour, Monsieur Gold.
Bonjour. Yes, Samson Gold at your service. I just admiring the luminescence of the lamp.
Luminescence. Yes, it is very luminescent. I am Colette, your new maid.
Colette, excellent. Well, welcome aboard, or welcome ashore. I guess we're not on a boat. Anyway, welcome. Make yourself at home. Just ignore the art installation, very avant-garde. Yes?
Of course, Monsieur Gold. Shall I begin cleaning?
Cleaning, yes, excellent idea. Clean everything. Everything that is except that room over there.
He points dramatically towards a closed door with his gloved fist, triggering Crackers to squawk.
Forbidden room. Forbidden room.
That room behind you.
Yes, yeah, that room. Forbidden, off limits, no entry, danger, dust, termites, out of order, you name it. Just don't go in there, ever. Understand?
Understood, Monsieur Samson. No entry, but may I ask, what's wrong with it?
Who knows about Delilah? Who knows about Delilah?
Dangerous, emotionally dangerous for the cleaner. Terrible dust bunnies. They bite. Seriously, big teeth. Dust bunny mafia. You don't want to mess with them.
The lampshade slides down Samson's face, knocking his sunglasses off and revealing his blind eyes. Panic, he runs to the nearest room, the forbidden room, to hide. He trips and stumbles on his way in, falling headlong on the hard floor, leaving himself a tangled mess and the door wide open. He cries out for help.
Help! Help!
It's called Who Knows About Delilah? Who knows about Delilah?
Without
Shut
thinking,
up, Crackers. I need help.
I am here, Monsieur Samson. Let me help you. It is very dark in here, Monsieur Samson.
Yep, that's the story of my life. Dark. There's a light switch by the door. May as well turn it on.
With the flick of a switch, light fixtures all around the room come to life, revealing a room full of boxing items, surrounded by windows covered in heavy drapes. Within the room, glass display cases light up trophies, boxing gloves, and championship belts. Wall lighting illuminates framed newspaper articles, pictures, and even posters of Samson's many wins. Task lighting emblematizes Samson's name on placards throughout the room.
Monsieur Gold, you were indeed a good boxer.
Yeah, but it didn't do me any good.
What do you mean?
Boxing was the love of my life. I gave it everything I had, but it didn't love me back. I thought it did, at least at first. Eventually, however, it just beat me up and left me blind.
Je suis vraiment désolé, Monsieur Samson. I am very sorry.
Ironic, isn't it? Me, great big tough guy named Samson, made blind by my Delilah. I didn't expect my life to turn this way.
Perhaps it wasn't the boxing that brought you down.
What do you mean?
Well, take this room, for example. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît, but it's all about how great you are. Perhaps the saying in your country is true. Pride goeth before a fall.
Huh? I never thought of it that way. But that doesn't help me much now.
There's also another saying that humility goes before honor.
I never heard that saying before, but I get your point. You think I need to humble myself?
Not exactly. Delilah already did that for you. Perhaps she loved you more than you thought. Only it was a tough kind of love. Un amour dur. She straightened you up when you needed it the most.
I think I understand what you're saying. Delilah straightened me up, and you're here to clean me up. I think I get it.
Crackers makes himself.
Hiscock, who knows about Delilah? Who knows about Delilah?
Look at that. Crackers has been trying to tell me all along. Maybe Delilah wasn't so bad after all.
Oui, monsieur, maybe it was pride that took your eyesight, not boxing. It blinded you to the truth. You thought you could bring honor to yourself. Yes, Delilah knocked you down, but only because you needed knocking off your high hopes.
No need to shine light on yourself. Let someone else do it for you.
You guys are right. I'm tired of shining an artificial light. I want the real thing.
Samson marches to the doorway and turns off the room full of fluorescent lights with one switch. Crackers and Colette cheer.
If I may, sir, it's a beautiful day outside.
Colette moves to the windows, slides the heavy drapes aside, and swings the windows open. Sunshine and fresh air flood the room, surrounding Samson in warm glow. Birdsong fills the air.
Colette, you let the sun in. I can feel it. Maybe I'm not so blind after all. Merci, ma chérie. This is the light I've searched for my whole life.
Blackout. Curtain.
That was really good. You did a great job with the French.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I was
Yes.
terribly worried.
Yes, your French accent, Seb, is great.
You're awesome. And you were so
All of
nervous
us
too, but you did a good
Good
job.
job. Good job, Maggie, on your
That's all I
Y'all did good.
play.
Y'all were great.
Yes, your play, this play made by you is wonderful and great.
Okay, let's
Yes,
go.
all of us did a great job.
Happy Husband Hunting, a comedy by Rex McGregor. Setting, a rummage sale. Time, the present. Graham unpacks boxes and hangs dresses on a portable clothes rack. Minna enters. She studies Graham for a while, then approaches the rack.
May I?
Rummage away.
I'm just browsing, thanks.
Standard procedure at one of these sale things, by all accounts.
My experience is quite limited.
Mine's non-existent.
This is your first time selling.
And my last, with any luck.
I usually just shop in department stores where the staff pounces like tigers.
Is there anything I can help you with today, ma'am?
So annoying.
Relax. I'll leave you completely alone.
Oh, please, don't say those horrible words.
Which ones?
Completely alone. Tommaso called that a fatality worser than death.
Tommaso?
My late husband.
Oh. Commiserations.
I'm fine. Tommaso endured a long illness. He had time to prepare me for after.
You were blessed.
What a lovely thing to say. I knew you'd be kind from the instant I saw you.
Listen.
Trust your gut, Tommaso said. Don't hold back, Minna. Gotta put yourself out there.
Look, you're making a false assumption.
Oh, are you attached?
Not to anyone living.
My intuition was spot on.
I'm afraid not.
You're selling women's clothes on a one-off occasion. You're clearly a recent widower.
Wrong on both counts.
I doubt it.
Dale and I were soulmates. She despised conventions, especially marriage.
So, you're a de facto widower. Close enough.
She loathed de facto, too.
She sounds like a real handful. Sorry. May I ask, how did she...
She was riding her bike. A car smashed into her.
Oh, no!
One moment, she was bursting with life. The next, gone. Forever.
It must have been unbearable for you.
I'm learning to bear it.
How long has it been since...
7. No, 8. 8 years now.
Years? I thought you were going to say weeks or months at the most.
97 months. Would you like it in weeks?
No, thanks. And please don't work out the days either, or hours, or minutes.
I miss her every second.
Hold on. Why have you waited till now to sell her clothes?
Never got round to it.
You need to let them go.
I am. I'm retiring soon. Can't afford to live in our house much longer. Time for a clean out.
Very practical.
The new place will be much smaller.
Don't rush things. Who knows? You might meet someone to share the financial burden.
Look, Minna, is it?
You picked up on the hint. Lovely. And you're...
Graham. But my name's irrelevant. I'm not on the market.
You said you're not seeing anyone.
Dale is always in my heart.
But not in your bed.
Whoa.
Sorry, moving too fast. Surely you want companionship.
I have vivid memories.
They won't keep you warm at night.
Minna, I'm not interested, so drop it.
I do like a man who's forceful.
Don't waste your time on me.
I'm considerate.
Goodbye.
Can I at least choose a dress before I go?
There's no point.
My confidence could do with a boost. Tommaso understood. If the shopping helps, shop.
Okay. Pick one.
Let's see. What have we got here? Oh, this is gorgeous.
Dale's favorite.
The perfect cocktail dress.
She hated that word.
Perfect?
Cocktail. She opposed the alcohol industry.
A regular party pooper.
She lived a clean, ethical life. Beat that.
I'll say one thing for her. When it came to fashion, she had taste.
She had something light years beyond taste. Style.
Come on, Graham. This price can't be right.
I have no idea how much dresses cost. Just make an offer.
You stupid man, you've priced it too low. This is genuine silk.
No, artificial.
Would your precious Dale wear a fake?
On principle. As a protest against cruelty to silkworms.
Oh, how infuriatingly consistent.
Do you want the dress or not?
May I try it on?
If you can find somewhere.
Behind the rack. I'll use it as a screen.
Fine.
Minna goes behind the rack, blocks the view, and changes into Dale's dress.
Promise you won't peek?
I keep telling you, I'm not interested.
Most men can't resist temptation.
What would Tommaso say about that?
It's a direct quote from him.
Warning you?
No, encouraging me to take advantage of male weakness.
He was a double-crossing double agent.
Minna comes out wearing Dale's dress.
How do I look?
Fabulous.
Honest?
Dale trained me well. For certain questions, there's only one answer.
Did she tell you about women's magazines? The Who Wore It Better competition?
She spared me the unnecessary unpleasantness.
Come on. Who wore this better? Dale.
You look fabulous.
Pop out.
Will you be paying in cash?
Hold your horses. I need to check how the dress moves first.
Moves?
While dancing. Waltzing.
Minna holds out her arms and waltzes as if with an imaginary partner.
Are you done?
A true gentleman would never let a lady dance alone.
Another of Tommaso's pearls of wisdom?
No, I was thinking it's the kind of thing Dale might say.
What's Dale got to do with it?
She was compassionate, wasn't she? To take pity on a poor woman, even a pathetic rival.
Well, you're not pathetic, Minna.
I feel ridiculous, making a total fool of myself.
You look fabulous.
Tommaso would say that the ploy, she's ployed out.
Okay. I guess Dale would expect me to do the decent thing.
Graham approaches Minna and takes her hand.
Well, I'll be damned.
Graham and Minna waltz together.
Oh, don't read anything into this.
Of course not.
I'm just being polite.
Absolutely. Twirl me.
I don't know how.
Didn't Dale teach you?
She never had time.
She didn't have time to teach you a lot of things.
Minna.
Let's try a spin.
Well, I'm not sure if...
Minna helps Graham spin her around.
We did it.
And again. You're leading, Graham. You're leading.
Graham and Minna crank up the twirl power. End of play.
So our first one was the possessor. Mary has already left. Is everyone else here? Looks like everybody has their video off. We can all come back and have a little conversation.
Was that all the plays? Was there one more?
No, Jasmine was going to have one more, but something else came up for one of the actors, so she has postponed that until next month.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So we only had 4. But considering all of the technical issues that we had, particularly in the beginning, getting everybody into a room, it was probably better to only have 4. So,
don't you normally have 4? Or
it's usually 5.
Oh, it's usually 5.
The most
I should know that, shouldn't I? But I didn't.
The most we've ever had is 6, but I try not to go past 5. Yeah. So, Father John is here. Elizabeth is here. Was there anything, in the discussion of the rehearsal that came up, or anything that you would like to talk about?
I don't remember. I mean, we just ran it a few times, and mostly just like physical stuff, to work out since we weren't going to be reading some of the stage stuff. But no, I don't really.
Well, I'd like to know, Elizabeth,
Yes, sir.
how did you get out of all of those ropes to dance at the end?
Oh yeah.
How did I get all those what?
Out of all those ropes.
Magic.
Okay.
The demon freeder.
It's probably understood that I got untied.
And it's interesting, the demon turned out to be a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Demons are
That's
so
a
misunderstood.
change. That's a change. I'm just misunderstood. Thank you, Corey. But to tell you the truth, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I thought it was something a little different for me. But usually, but I had a blast doing it, and the rehearsal went great. We had a great cast, I think, and everybody was, just on board, and Mary's a great director, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part was when the demon appeared and Father John comes up with a quick excuse. Oh, well, see, I got him there. I put him there. That was it. And trying to get out of it. And the mother and daughter relationship was great with you and Leslie. Elizabeth, that was.
Oh yeah, and I love reading with Leslie, because we've known each other in a couple other groups, and to be teamed up with her is just always wonderful, and the whole cast was great.
And her video worked fine for that one, right?
Yeah, I don't understand. I know I have audio problems from off and on, so I don't know, operator error, or I don't have my settings right, or something like that. So, but and then she's traveling, she's using, different equipment and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I'm here. I'm keeping my video off now so you can all hear me. But yeah, I love working with everybody too. I love that you're playing my daughter.
Okay, I should say I stepped
Yeah,
away
yeah.
from I stepped away from my own device for just a little bit. I heard the argument going, the play going, and then this blood-curdling scream that went on and on and on. Bonus points to whoever has the vocal power for that, but the hair on my neck stood up, and I don't say that lightly. I don't know what you were going on about, but suddenly I was terrified.
That
So
must have been the-
congratulations
That
to
might have
whoever.
been Mary. That might have been Mary's scream. I'm not sure.
yeah.
Oh, I'll have to text her on Facebook to say
Yeah,
congratulations. It's terrifying.
yeah,
What
check
are you
it out.
doing?
Yeah. Hold that note.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought. Someone once told me, a professional singer I recently met this year, we bonded, and he said, when I was younger, I held a note for 28 seconds. My jaw was on the floor. That had to be some kind of record. And he said, yeah, well, I got trained. And I'm listening to Mary, and blood-curdling screams. I stepped away from my computer, and then I started counting the seconds. And I was like, she's going on for a long time, and I'm afraid. So I'm just going to do something to calm me down. But I'll have to congratulate her.
Oh yeah, very well written. I thought very well
Yes.
done.
I've
That's the
seen-
first
I've-
time. Go ahead.
I've seen all installments of this play, I think, and it just gets creepier and creepier. Like, congratulations on having fun, I guess. I'm sorry. I need to go take a shower or two.
Aw.
And I'm not even Catholic.
Yeah, wait till you read some more of Maggie's work coming out.
Wait. Hang on a second. For a moment. Maggie, we
Okay,
worked
Maggie.
together, and your
Maggie, I
stand
threw
out,
you under the bus, Maggie. Sorry.
and now you have a horror play. Is this the one you were posting about earlier? Because I read
Yes,
the
it
synopsis.
is.
I was
It is.
afraid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
I do
to
all
see that
kinds
one.
of different plays. Surprise.
I'm a little
I thought you were all sweet rainbow and tulips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all
Don't
of them.
let the face fool you. Wow.
I gave Maggie a writing prompt on accident because I was having a weird day. Maggie said, I'm getting ideas for that, and I'm trying to spot it in her plays. Like, is this the horror play we were talking about? Because, oh my God, I'll have to watch it, I guess. Oh, it is? Oh my God.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, you can go ahead and steal this. Just show me your work so I can see it. Two partners break up, and one of them is screaming at the other one, I was the best thing that had ever happened to you, and you know it. Have that be true. Have the partners reflect on why that's true, and it is your job as the playwright to decide whether or not they can reconcile. And Maggie turned it into a horror movie, and I need to go with it.
You inspired me to write it.
Just show me your work. It's there for the stealing.
Good. So anybody else have anything to say about Possessor, or shall we move
I
on?
thought the part, I don't know if you meant it to be funny, but that part was just, he's like, go to hell, woman, or what was the line? I can't remember. And she's like screaming. I thought it was funny. I started laughing. I'm sorry if it wasn't supposed to be funny. But
There was a line in it where I started laughing, and I wanted to, say something about it, but now I've forgotten what the line was. I wish I'd written it down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple of moments of humor that I kind of liked that they were sort of sprinkled in there
Yeah.
to kind of break up the
Yeah.
horror.
I guess even the ideal of the demon asking the daughter, so you want me to take care of your mother now?
Take
Yeah.
care of Mama. And she's okay. I can handle her.
Oh no, it's with one or two tone shifts that could have been a horror play straight through, or a dark comedy, whatever. I was cowering in the corner, and then Mary screamed her blood-curdling scream. I interpret the play as a horror movie.
Well, then I'm going to move on to Crosswords, which has been like probably 4 months in the and it being performed. Several different actors and actresses were given the opportunity, and issues kept coming up, and we kept bouncing it along. And finally, it got to the point where I said, where someone couldn't do it, something came up for them, and I said, I need to find someone else. I want to move. I want to move forward. let's do this. I'm glad Megan accepted the casting of the wife. And I think, Robert, Megan, you portrayed exactly what I wanted to show, this kind of disconnect between this couple who have been married for quite some time, and they sort of slipped into this life without realizing it. And then that memory of their trip to France kind of brings it all back for them. And you guys did it very well. I really appreciate the work you put into it.
I really liked the that his character did, like it took him a bit to get there, but then when he finally realized, like, oh, I see what's happening here, and
Right.
he like made the change. Like it was, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's easy to have the characters just stay in their corners and fight, fight, fight forever. And I liked that, Robert's character was like, let's go.
Well, the first two actors who asked me to write something for them, and I was actually driving in my car with my younger sister, and we were talking about it, and I was saying, when I think about these couples, and they're usually older couples, I think, should I have one talking to the other one, and then you find out at the end that one of them is actually dead, but they just keep communicating. And my sister said, it doesn't have to be about death. It's just, it's the death of the relationship that a lot of people experience. And maybe you should write something like that. So that's where it came from.
Well done.
Yeah, one detail I particularly liked was towards the end where Robert's character says, "Let's keep the Saint-Paul de Vence to ourselves."
Right.
It was a lovely little touch there.
Yeah.
Don't tell Robert.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love that the beginning, the way the relationship was, like you could tell they've been together a long time.
And I'm getting used to this idea where you can have things happening without dialogue. And so that's why there's that long kind of description at the beginning, because you're seeing what their life has become. And I'm getting used to showing more instead of using it just in dialogue. So I really appreciate the way this one developed.
It's a really hard balance, and I think you did it very well. I enjoyed listening to this and watching the two of them facial expressions. I believed you, even though in real life there would be a lot of really big differences. I believed you. You two totally went to France, and you had the lawn bowling and the crepes and I wanted to hear more from the two of you.
Was this a stage play or a screenplay, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter, but because it's in this one simple location, it could be a stage play. I guess if you were thinking about doing it as a film, you might want to, go back with a backflash to them in France or something like that. But I think it could still work as a stage play. It's a short play, limited location. Yeah.
I just had a thought, Stephen, about the introduction to the play, where you've got yourself reading those stage directions. But I felt that we were already seeing the action that Robert and Megan were playing. So maybe why don't you just take a look at it with the audio off for that scene and just see how it plays. I may be wrong, but I just think it might be effective because they were so convincing in what they were doing that we might not need to hear like Megan's character turns the page. She did it. We saw her doing that.
Okay.
So I just wondered, I wonder if you just want to try it, with the audio off for that, and
Sure.
you can just,
And there was a lot of other action lines in there that we just did not read. And I said they're mostly there for the characters to know how they're responding to one another. And so I thought maybe in the beginning there needed to be a setup, but it's possible there doesn't need to be that much of a setup if the audience can understand what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's fine to be in the script, but this is like a a Zoom reading and
Right.
performance. I think it just might be interesting to see that opening without, you explaining what was happening, because I could get on get everything about the estrangement and the relationship from just the way their body language and the way that they were reacting or ignoring each other.
And I think that works better on stage because then you're seeing, those two characters in the same place. You're seeing the full body language. And then absolutely, you don't need a narrator to read that for a stage presentation. But I'll definitely try it without the audio, see how it looks.
It was a really cool.
Which one wants to go first, Robert or Father John? Father John.
I wanted to kind of piggyback on that. It was a very cool dance between the two actors there of that opening silent stuff of them like kind of ping-ponging, and they're sort of like glancing at each other but missing when the other's glancing at the other. And so I just really liked that. It was well done.
Good.
Yes.
So maybe I don't need the description.
So yeah, film it would work too. You could have close-ups, you could have cuts, you could have over-the-shoulder stuff. I still think that, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Okay.
My excuse me. My intuition was that in Zoom, because it's so boxy and limited, that you can see this, but it's not exactly, you don't always get that they're looking at where the other person is, you know what I mean? But, we'll just see how it works.
Sure. Okay. Shall we move on to Who Knows About Delilah from Maggie? Maggie's still here.
Sorry. Yeah, issues with my camera. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Chuck's character was really fun. I mean, Chuck, you always just have so much fun with these roles and putting the lampshade over the head and like the boxing gloves, and you just went all for it. And when you said the line of like, "Shut up, crackers, I need help," I just laughed so hard at that because it was just such a funny moment.
And I guess I was perceiving your dark side a little bit more and thinking that the reason you had that room shut off was because Delilah was dead inside the room.
I thought Delilah was his late wife and he preserved her bedroom, and then it's like, no, Delilah's a metaphor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my weakness, his weakness.
It's a twist because you would assume it's a girl, but it's not.
Yeah, no, it was a fun part, but I just, like I mentioned to Meg, I think I did too many things to try to keep, the script's here and the script's over here too. And then I got the lampshade, I got to look down. And
you did such a good job. I honestly thought, I was like, did Chuck memorize the script? You did
I definitely know.
No, but you did such a good job because I was like, wow, how is he reading it with all these things? Like you played it off great. Like
I thought the same thing. How is he doing that?
You did. Yeah, it was great. It was
He's
great.
old and slow and looking down and reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did great. And your character is already supposed to be chaotic, so it's fine.
Oh, that chaotic. It was a lot of fun. That was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. Everyone did great. JC went away, but okay.
I thought Crackers was great. He did great
Crackers
with
was
that.
great. JC, if you listen to this, great job.
And most of the places it looked like he was in a cage.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know if it's on purpose, but it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Zev, who popped in last minute, was very nervous about being French, but they did such a good job.
That was great French. I could have fooled me.
Yeah, that French is fine.
Yeah.
I was really worried about that in case anyone was wondering. Who did I channel? Because I took Spanish in high school and I don't remember barely any words. French was not part of that. With all due respect, I channeled the actress from the 1980s movie Clue, who was French, and I don't know if that was a real accent. I'm glad that you laughed. And also, I was a child performer, and there was a woman there who was a French national who spoke perfect English but had a really strong accent. I thought of her. So
just imitate somebody, and then it's easy to do.
And if any of you are French nationals, I was not trying to insult you.
I was just
Colette was
realizing
a
that.
very Colette was a very soft character, and I was trying to imbue that while doing an accent that I wasn't used to, and I could hear myself sliding between a French accent and an English, and then there was a New Zealand accent in there. I'm sorry, Rex. And then it just.
Yeah, you did good. You did
I was
good.
going to say I didn't realize it till now, and it turned out to be correct that I didn't have my light on.
Oh,
My above light. I thought he wouldn't have his light on because he wants to stay in the dark. So that just luckily worked out. It wasn't.
Yeah, it worked out well. Yeah,
It worked out
especially with
amazing.
some last minute things that were going on.
Yeah.
It's
and
fine. Yeah.
Seattle, we don't really have sunlight, but the light changes, and I could see it on my wall that it was changing, and I was going, if you could change in time with the play, this would be great. Wow, I'm trying to control the weather. I'm not.
But yeah, I think
like that it shifted.
I mentioned that before that it could stand by itself, or you've got a part two to it to continue it. You had mentioned Maggie.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I guess it's going on.
And now for our last one, happy husband hunting, Rex McGregor.
That was so cute. Could you hear
Yes.
it in my voice while I was reading stage directions? I was trying not to let my emotions come through, but it was wonderful. I liked that.
Yeah, it's just, some of that technical issues got, and I think we missed a lot of the nuance from
Oh,
her character because it was just, it wasn't smooth. But
Yeah,
in rehearsals, she was fantastic. And my favorite line of the entire play was she did it as a protest against silkworms. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I liked the writing. The two of them were fantastic together in rehearsals. It was really, I was glad I got to be involved.
And so there were no issues during rehearsal.
No.
Really?
No, I think even in the first play that Leslie read, it was fine. But later on, I think her bandwidth just started to decline in quality. So, yeah, not much you can do about it apart from re-recording.
There might have been other people logging in on that server or something, and
Yeah, all sorts of things.
yeah.
Right. I love the difference in the characters. Paul doing a great job, doesn't want to give up his memory of his wife, and
Yeah.
she's like trying to pick him up the whole time.
Yeah.
And neither one gave in at first until the
It's
dance.
sort of an unusual play for you, Rex.
Yes.
I was very pleased to see you do something like that.
What do you think was different, Paul?
Well, I mean, he usually goes. I'm not going to say it was lacking in comedy, but there was a bit, but it was rather serious. No,
Yes.
rather serious
dealing with
situation.
dealing with the subject like grief. So
yeah,
it was a challenging play to write in that way. And I also wanted the ending to be a bit ambiguous about, he's still saying things like, don't read anything into this. I'm just being polite.
Great.
What's really going on with him there?
I really liked it, Rex.
Yes.
For me, if I may,
enjoyed being
there were definitely comedic beats, which I really enjoyed. It obviously, I keep saying this, but it made me smile a lot. There were, I thought, comedic undertones, and then him saying, don't read any of this. I was like, they're going to become best friends. In my mind, they are best friends, and I need to see the rest of this. Like, keep going, Rex. What do you mean this is the end? Have them run a waltzing school together.
I think she works on him enough. She's melting the ice.
Yeah. And neither one of you gave up for a while.
around my finger.
Yeah. Yes, Leslie's character was so big and he was so stalwart, and it was wonderful.
I think one of my favorite moments was Paul's, like, when she said, I can't remember what the line was, but she said something about like the bed, the bed's unoccupied or something like that, and Paul was just, wow. Like, it was something that she said that was just like, yikes, and his response was great. It was perfect.
His wife.
Character with no filter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There was a couple of times I said, okay, she's had enough time to say that line. It's probably time for me to speak now because I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
Well, she's
fighting through that.
I thought it was,
probably
I
had
thought
enough
you timed-
time to say that now. So
No, I thought you timed everything well. I thought she had finished. I guess she's finished. You timed it well, back and forth.
Wow, I had no idea. I was having a great time over here because everything sounded clear to me. So I typing worked out great on this one.
Well, March is already set up. We have 1, 2, 3, 5 for March. So if anything changes with cast, let me know. But we're set for the 23rd, right? Yeah, 23rd for March. Great. Hey, Maggie,
Yes, I'm here.
did you know I was at the LA Playground dropping Give Me 10?
No, you weren't virtual though, you were present?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that, no. Cool.
As you came on the video that they were sharing, and I went right up to the screen and waved, but
Oh, I couldn't see anything on there. You look like little ants, like, yeah, because I was coming virtual and they had like a computer or something, screen or something set up, right? And yeah, I couldn't see anybody.
because when I was thinking about writing for this event, I was thinking of bringing in some character that was out of their historical time, and you did that with Marie Antoinette, and it worked well.
Yeah, time traveling.
Yeah. Mine was the Sirhan story. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know if I've ever heard that one because I had to leave early.
Okay.
Yeah. But awesome, yeah.
I may put that one here. It got some good reactions.
Yeah, you should, and then I'll hear it this time if you put it here.
For the playwrights here, our theater group is looking again, and I'm going to be one of the readers for a short play, about like we do here, 10 minutes, no more than 5 people, very simple to set up on stage. And we do about 8 of them. And as one of the readers, we ended up reading like 230 of them. Because last time it was What If was the theme. And some people just put in this script a line like, what if? And consider that what if. This is like almost the same thing, which is why I was going to suggest Stephen, if you could send in that one that you sent in before.
The one that rejected?
Yeah, yes. I gave it a top score. It would be great also for this is second chance. So it's almost the same thing as what if.
So I have to remember which that was.
I can't think of the name of it. It was the man selling watches at the bus stop, selling time.
Yes.
And the guy's got a second chance. So that anything else you have, if any of the playwrights do, please. Well, I'll let you know when they're going to be taking them in.
Okay.
And they might have this time. They might have a slight charge because last time they didn't charge and they just got swamped.
Yeah.
With them.
Where's your theater?
It's a Sky Pilot Theater in LA.
Is it live or is it Zoom?
It's a live production.
Oh, gotcha.
They take the top 8 or 10 or something. Oh, they take the top 20 and then they knock that down to the top 8 and they do those 8 one-acts.
Yeah, I did have one play performed there before.
Oh, which one was that?
It was when they were doing
Not laughter is the best medicine?
The theme had to do with it was my piece was about a woman who was being brought on and being interviewed for a job, and what she didn't know was the person interviewing her was an android.
Oh, that one. You've done that one here. I think with Carol Yu.
Yeah.
I think did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, okay. No, that was before I was in the group.
Okay.
But to let people know if they've got anything like that, I'll let you know when they're going to take the submissions.
Is it a staged reading or is
No,
it?
no, it's going to be a stage production.
Oh, okay. Okay,
We,
yeah,
the
I'd
readers.
like the info as well.
Oh, yep, yeah, yep. I'll let everybody know on here.
Great.
It's we do the last time we did it, we had to read the first 10 pages, give them our thing. Is it worth doing? Can we do it? Is it worth it? And then they take the top ones, and then we had to read the whole play. And I just thought Stevens was perfect. Matter of fact, when they asked,
These are 10-minute pieces, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, they're all 10-minute pieces.
So that's 10 pages, right?
About 10 pages,
Okay.
and no more than 5. Just like we do, no more than 5 people, but something that you could put a simple set, nothing too complicated.
No trucks on the stage.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, yeah.
Well,
We tried
It
that.
has to be. I would think that's as entertaining as a full-length play would be to an audience to see all that variety of different stories.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
they
even
did,
though they're short, if you, as a whole evening of theater, it's probably an interesting experience for
it
a
was,
theater goer.
one of our writers here, Jeff Dunn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he submitted one that, I was in his, and we won best audience's favorite.
Wow.
About what if the woman comes back and she thinks that I'm her husband. She's it's a different body, but my wife has taken over and she's come to the lighthouse to see me.
Oh.
And I said, that you're not her. No, no, no. And at the end, my character realizes that could have been her. And I sent her away.
I think I remember that. Did he perform here before?
No, I don't remember hearing him perform that one here.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
It's about, he said he had to do it in a contest where they gave him a picture of a lighthouse. Now write a play.
Oh.
And Stairway to Heaven, I think it was.
Oh.
And
Isn't he living in Europe now?
No, he's
Jeff?
in Maryland.
Oh, he's in Maryland. I thought he was thinking about moving to
And
Europe.
he's doing a play now in some group play with some group he's been doing. But that one was his, and I thought, oh, why does that name look familiar? And it was again one of those what ifs. What if this happened? And it was a fun production. So yes, I'll let you know when it comes in.
When is the next one? Do you know the date yet, or around?
No, we're doing one in a couple of months. The summer one's already been set as a full production, and usually it's the fall, early fall.
Oh, okay.
They choose them. Like I said, you got to go through the literary committee, and then they choose the one they want. Then they inform the writer if they want to come out or not. We had, I think, one of the writers come out. Jeff didn't come out, but that's the theme. I always suggest you send that one back in, Stephen, because it could still be a second chance.
Oh, so second chance is the theme?
Second chance is the theme. The last one was what if, almost the same thing. But yes, second
Is
chance.
that the theater that Tasman goes to sometimes?
No, she's been. I think she was there last night. She was going to the Zephyr. That's down. That's a bigger theater. It's down the road. I saw her last time she was here. But yesterday I was going to our celebration of life for one of the cast members we lost from our show. And it was like, no, I didn't want to come home from that, turn around, drive all the way back to see it. But no, I saw when they did one of her other plays there at the Zephyr. Bigger theater.
Anyone else got anything coming up? No. Well,
I must go now.
Okay.
Great job, Robert.
Lovely time with you all.
Same here. I'll see everybody in March.
All righty.
Thanks for having me.